Hey guys, today I want to just, I just selected some comments and I just want to, answer them. Just, I don't know. Because, I mean, right now, I'm just waiting for the next patch to be honest, because, that's kind of what keeps the game alive and gives me content. So right now, I've selected, like a few hours ago, I selected some comments. I don't even really remember them all that well right now, but we're just gonna talk about them here. Got them here. I got them on screenshots. That was 3 days ago. I'm not sure how many hours you have on Druid, but I have a lot. You gotta realize every class has a counter to it. Yes, it's possible to beat the counter, but it's extremely hard. If you see your counter, you don't try to fight them. Laughing emoji. Like a rogue isn't going to kill a hatchet barb, right? It's the same druid. Shouldn't even try fighting a barb maul. A barb maul? Okay. That isn't your fight to win. Just like if you... Wait a minute. Can you see that on the recording? I don't even know. Make it a bit bigger. Just like you see a longsword fighter, you would think twice about trying to bear right click. No class can just beat everyone unless you're a god tier. Alright. So let's go on the first part. How many hours do I have on Druid? Not that many. I only started playing him last season, so I have about 700 to 800 hours on Druid. Yeah, about 800 hours, I think. On Druid. Purely solo, obviously. Because I got no friends. Gotta realize every class has a counter to it. That's true. There's counters to every class. I don't think that's a problem at all. If you see your counter, you don't try to fight them. I mean, it's like no. Like I think maybe sure this is like true for some instances. Like as I said, he gets pretty hard. Druid gets pretty much hard countered by barbarians with war maul and stuff. But I don't think this is the right way to see it. Even if you see counters to yourself, I think you should still be able to fight them in some way. Like sure you're at a disadvantage, but I don't think you should ever like say, yeah, that's completely impossible for me to win. Just because like sure this can happen if they have like way more gear than you, then obviously this can happen. But like in general, I don't think you should like 100% of the time when you see the counter to you, just say, yeah, I can't fight that. Like sure you can say it to be safe, but you should not have to say it, you know what I mean? You should still have the opportunity to actually fight. And that's just not true for Druid. Like if you meet like a Warmaul player or a Longsword player and they are skilled, you can't win it at all, and there's nothing you can do. Because, right now I'm playing a lot of Slayer Fighter because I really enjoy his gameplay. And there's a lot of things I can just straight up head on beat, but you know what? I have a fucking bow. I'm just gonna bow him down. Like it's so easy. I don't have to worry about it. I can just bow him down to a point where I can try and fight him. Um, but yeah, Druid doesn't have that, and that's kind of like the problem that I talked about in the video with the counters to Druid, that they're basically hard counters. There's nothing to do against them. You just automatically lose, and there's nothing you can do about it. The only ranged options that you have is a Dreamfire, and that shit is doing nothing basically. Like even to fighters, since you're not stacking any magic power in solos usually, you're just not gonna be doing anything to him. And if you miss Dreamfire as well, like you're not gonna get it back. The area of Dreamfire is pretty small, the damage is pretty small, so it's not really a good option. So as I said, I don't think this should be a norm in this game, that you see a counter to yourself and you're automatically like, okay, I just lose automatically 100% of the time. I think this shouldn't be a thing. Sure, there's a lot of things like this right now, and I think they hopefully do something about that in the future so that you at least have a chance. Um, I don't know what they're gonna do on Druid, honestly, but I think they should definitely do something about that, because right now you can't win against anyone that's skilled with a Warmaul or a Longsword. Impossible in bear form, at least. Um, yeah, like a rogue is going to kill a hatchet barb, right? Yes, a rogue can kill a hatchet barb, 100%. If he has full DPS, he can try and catch him off guard. I don't know how good that will work. Maybe it can work. But yes, that's kind of the thing. Like he has a ranged option. Like he has throwing knives and hand crossbows that he can try to use to chip down the health of that barbarian. And that's kind of like the thing that I was talking about. Druid doesn't have these options, so he just automatically loses to some stuff. You know, And as I said, I don't think this should be in the game because, you know, that's obviously kind of like a, you know, that's nothing good. Like that shouldn't be a thing where one class just automatically loses every single time against another class in any type of situation, you know? It's the same, druid shouldn't even try fighting a Bob Maul. Okay, so I'm guessing you say War Maul there. So I think, yeah, right now you shouldn't try to do it, as I said, but as I said already multiple times now, this shouldn't even be a thing. Like every class should have some ability to win something, you know, like, but druid doesn't have this. Like if he just meets a skilled War Maul player or longsword player, then you automatically just lose. You know, like there's nothing you can do. You can't chip him down. You don't have a bow. You don't have a crossbow, and nothing. You don't have anything like that. So that's why I'm saying this is like a complete hard counter, and this shouldn't be a thing. I don't have a problem with counters in general. I think counters in general are good. You know, it's kind of like a rock paper scissors game anyway, so you know it's encouraged. But yeah, as I said, I do not think that this should still be a thing. Like I think either buff the bear form in some way that it can't be too restricted in the move speed or something, or give druid some kind of, you know, actual useful ranged option. Probably gonna get hate for this, but it is what it is. That's the only way I see actually this stuff being fixed, or remove druid, I guess. That would also fix, I guess, druid. Yeah, just like you see longsword fighter, you would think twice about trying to bear right click. Yes, you do think twice, but as I said, I think you should still be able to outskill it, you know? You should try to hit him, but as I said, it's not possible with these fat claws that you have in bear form. It's completely impossible to try to, like, outskill, drag hits and stuff like this. This is just not possible with these big claws. So, as I said, I think this just shouldn't be in the game. No class can beat everyone unless you got here. Pretty much every class can beat anyone if they play right. As I said, you have ranged options on most classes. On druid, this doesn't really, you know, work. I think the next class that kind of struggles against stuff like this is kind of like cleric. And then pretty much every other class in that I think has like a bow or like a crossbow that it can chip down health on range. So yeah, I don't think this is necessary too. You don't have to be god tier to, you know, kill counters for your class. On most classes at least. As I said, I think it's quite problematic on something like druid or cleric. But yeah, that's about it. Next comment. I completely agree with you. By the way, I have no clue from where the comment even comes from. The stacks do nothing but slow down map brushing. There was a video where druid got nerfed and had transformation stacks now. Druid isn't overpowered, just shit players cry about it. I think druids can definitely have very overpowered things, definitely, for sure, against certain classes though. Like druid isn't overpowered against every class. It's just some classes literally have 0 things that they can do. Something like I've seen in Sparky's new video, Sparky Kaba, if some people know him. He said that something like a ranger is like a really good matchup against druid. I don't agree with that at all. When I see rangers as a druid, they're fucking free kills. If you're good with panther, they're fucking free kills in my opinion. And yeah, the same thing goes for like wizards and warlocks. They're also free kills. So out of their perspective, I think yes, druid is overpowered. I don't think he should, you know, be that strong to be able to just easily take these characters out. So yeah, I definitely think in these scenarios, I think druid is definitely way too overtuned. But as I said, there's other situations where he's just completely dogshit. And yeah, it's easy to counter or door hold versus them. I mean, with counter, I probably think you mean like lantern shield / longsword. I agree with that. Extremely easy to do that against, I mean, panther or bear form. Panther probably a bit harder if you have longsword, but still pretty fucking easy to parry. And door hold, that's true too. Unless you're a squishy class holding a doorway against like a panther build, I mean, yeah, door holding is pretty strong otherwise. If you like a blade fighter with a rondel or something, or like a headship barbarian, and you stand this door in the doorway, no matter if it's a panther build or something, they can't do anything about it. Especially if it's a bear build. If it's a bear build, they can absolutely do nothing about it if you're standing in the doorway. They can destroy the door, but it's kind of about it. Unless they have like a 30k kit, where even if they build fully into strength, they still have good panther damage. Its movement, it is brilliant for resetting, that's true. And that's it. Yeah. I think the movement is still pretty good from Druid. But yes, mainly it's completely, I would say mainly it's used for resetting, because that's the way Iron Mace intended this class to work. You know, the way it works, you know, that's how they intended the class to work, to reset. And I think, yeah, mainly the movement is really good for resetting. The move speed boost from Panther form is definitely really good as well, though. Like, you can't say anything about that. The move speed boost from Panther is really, really good. But yeah, the Panther jump is also overrated in my opinion. Yes, it's good, but if you're like, for example, a full strength build, and you, like, people say that you can just Panther chicken jump on top of someone and then just transform into, you know, bear form. I think that's not necessarily true, because, you know, the hitbox from bear kind of kicks you back. Obviously against squishy classes, as I said, it's completely overpowered. It completely takes them out with no ability to fight back there. Unless you like hot swap with the glitch or something. But yeah, against stronger classes, it's really not that strong, you know. I wouldn't say it's that crazy strong against classes that can, you know, fight you actually in melee. And yeah, just the balancing is off of this class, man. I don't know what to say. There are other classes that have other things. The bugginess of Druid is already enough of a nerf in itself. I think that's kind of true. You die a lot of times on Druid because of the bugs. But as I said, the balance of this class is just so off, you can't really make general statements about it. Because it's completely underpowered against certain builds, but then on other builds, it's completely overpowered. Like, for example, Rangers. If I meet a Ranger, bro, that's literally free loot for me. Because I just go around a stone thing or something, I just wait for them to come in a 10-meter radius, I jump them in their face, I just mouse button one-click them, like the claw attack. The second they pull out any type of ability, the second I hear any ability pop out, I just start right-clicking him for the bite, so the ability gets silenced away, goes on full cooldown, and they're just free kills, honestly. The best thing they can do is try and like pull out their spear, but at this point you just gotta hope, man, you just gotta stat check. But then against other things, like, as I said, like a Warmore Barbarian or Longsword Fighter, you literally have no fucking, like, there's no way for you to win this. If you're playing it right. If the other person is playing it right. If the other person is skilled, then there's pretty much no way for you to win it. You can't outskill certain things in this game. And yeah, that's why, as I said, many classes don't have these problems, because they have like a crossbow or something. Druid doesn't have this, so he obviously kind of has the ability to get hard countered. If you can even call that an ability, to be honest. People don't like the fact that someone can outplay them in a fight. They should win, but they are terrible at the game. It's similar to that. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore that last part, and kind of salty. As I said, the balance is so off. You're just overpowered against certain people. Certain classes have no chance against you. But then there's other classes who like absolutely obliterate you, and you can't literally do a single thing about it. And I think that's the problem, that you can't even do anything against your hard counters. And obviously the people that you hard counter can't do anything about you. So the balancing is just so off. You can't make general statements about Druid. It's just the balancing is so off in so many ways. It's so hard to just make a single statement out of it. Alright, next one. I have 2,000 hours in the game and I've played every class. With fame of 100-ish on Druid, it was broken. If you were a decent Druid, you would never die. First of all, that's not true. I've seen the statement a lot of times. If you play safe on Druid, then yes, you won't die if you're good at it. If you play safe, if you never full engage or like 2 commits, you know, your KD really, really suffers from this though. And your rate of winning and stuff is super suffering from it, because you're constantly having to run away. If you don't play safe, then you don't you don't come out of every encounter living, bro. That's just how it is, at least in solos. As I said, I've already said this. Yes, you don't die if you play safe, but then you won't really get that many kills. You won't be able to play aggressive because you need to save your panda jumps and everything, and you can't really engage that well because you're playing safe. As I said, if you're playing safe, you don't die, right? But if you kills, like, you won't make many kills like this. That's why people don't really play like this that much. They just, when they get low, just try and run away. So yeah, as I said, you don't die if you play really, really safe. If you don't, then you will die. The patch really did help, and I'm glad to see they nerfed Druid. That was the patch where they introduced the transformation cooldown, where I said in the video that this shit does literally nothing for Druid, and the patch really did help. No, it didn't. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry to break it to you, but the patch literally did nothing against Druids. The transformation stacks don't really do all that much, really. Like, I can just play normally, and I'm just unaffected by it. I'm glad they nerfed Druid. Sure, you can be glad about Druid nerfs, but this is not really a Druid nerf, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not really doing anything. Now I'm just waiting for Barb nerfs. The class shouldn't have the most HP, insane damage, be able to hit move speed cap with the press of a button. I think yes. I think Barb could definitely take nerfs. I think. Won't go into it too much because I don't play much Barbarian. I'm like level 20 on him. But I definitely think. I think Skinny Pete said once that you could kind of cap his stats, and I think that's a good idea, capping his stats, because when I was playing Barbarian, I always felt really freaking overpowered in melee. Obviously, when there was like a kiting class, it was kind of difficult, but like in melee, I was basically unbeatable with like a really good hippo build, or tank build for the uncultured people. All right. How about Panther form when he just ran down when you are a warlock, wizard, sorcerer, and literally insta kills you? Oh, so he's talking about yeah. As I said, insta kill obviously not. That's probably like too much, but yeah, as I said, against these classes, except sorcerer, take sorcerer out of this shit. But yeah, other than sorcerer, like warlock, wizard, they literally have 0 chance against you if you play it right. Sorcerer definitely has, because I mean he has spells which just insta kill you. Like, even on fighter, I sometimes get insta killed by a headshot thing. The fire thing maul, the small fireball just sometimes just one shots me, even at 150 HP. But yeah, as I said, warlock and wizard definitely you just take him out very easily. It's not that difficult. Yes, as I said, the balancing is completely off. He is pretty much broken, but not in a sense where he's broken overpowered. He's broken underpowered. No, he's just broken because the balancing is so off on this character. How that is not broken? Like, he is best class in solo these days so far because he can fuck up everybody like nothing. No, he can't fuck up everybody. As I said, that's what most people get wrong because they just druid hate. No, like, there's stuff where he's completely overpowered, but there's also stuff where he's completely underpowered, man. Like, against tankier classes, bear form is not all that. Okay, bear form really is not all that. And if you build into bear form to be all that, then your panther form will fucking suffer from it, So then at the same time you're weaker against other stuff. So yeah, I would say he's broken because his balancing is so fucking off. But as I said, kinda Delulu and Hypocrite Opion. I just played him, and when I turned into panther, I killed everybody 2 to 3 hits, and I like 1 to 2 seconds, and I don't have to mention that silence on his rush. Like, bro, come on, take your head off the ass, seriously. I doubt that you killed everyone with 2 to 3 hits. I don't think you were killing plate fighters in panther form. I don't believe that shit. And I don't think you killed fucking tank barbarians in panther form. Heck, even fucking what's it called? Lizardman. If the Lizardman is prepared for you to jump, then they will win as well. So yeah, but I can definitely see some classes really struggling against Panther. As I said, you're pretty much overpowered against some classes, but completely underpowered against others. So I guess this guy was just mad. Genuine question. How do you make so much money? Finally, another question that I actually screenshotted that doesn't have anything to do with Druid hate. Well, I think the first best method to do money is probably like bossing, or if you're not that good at PvP, then bossing is probably a really good option. My favorite boss is the Frost Wyvern. If you get really good at Frost Wyvern, you can basically do him every time 100%. And yeah, you get a bunch of loot from it. You can get artifacts from his kill, and then you get a treasure pile afterwards. And or so even if you do it, even if you like try and get good at Frost Wyvern in normals, always bring a pickaxe, because after you kill them, you can go down and mine the ore there. And the ore usually at the start of the season goes between 1 and 3k, somewhere there, for like an entire stack, I think. Right now it's like 800 coins because the market crashed because of the religion gold sink. But yeah, usually it's a pretty good way to make money, pretty consistent as well. Other than that, I think the best way to make money is just straight up, PvPing slash bossing. So you kind of like boss every round, but you integrate like a lot of PvP into there too. That's probably the best way. For me, I just kill people, I just kill people in game, obviously, and I just make my money from it, from their kids. Um, Druid is the most fun class to fight. These players live in a fantasy world for sure. Yeah, I don't know if he's saying that like I said it. I never said that. Um, Druid is the most fun class to fight. Yeah, no one said that. I think ever in I don't think ever anyone said that, to be honest. I think I can just skip right through this. No one said that. Panther Chicken Jump is blatantly an exploit and should be removed. Okay, that's a Druid hater. It isn't, and SDF himself said it was intended. So yeah, that's pretty much true. I don't know how people still think that the Panther Chicken Jump is an exploit, because right at the start when Druid was released, I think even in the beta, or what do you say in English land, beta, when it was like released on the test servers, I think, was there a jump already in there? I'm not sure, but the second it was basically released, the Panther Chicken Jump, people were questioning SDF, and SDF then kind of said that it's supposed to be in the game. I've been saying these things for a while. Druid is annoying to fight, annoying to play. I agree, remove red form, reduce reset viability, improve combat potential. So that's from a video right before Druid got the transformation cooldown nerf. And I was basically talking about, possible nerfs for this class. So yeah, definitely said that. Remove red form, I still think so. Red form doesn't really serve much of a purpose in combat other than running away. Reduce the reset viability, I also said that. Just reduce the reset viability so he doesn't depend on resetting, and he can't reset that easily, but therefore he needs to have better combat, or more. First of all, balance his combat so he's way more balanced out in the combat and not so fucking brokenly uneven, because it's kind of like up here, this is good and this is bad, right? So up is good, down is bad. This is kind of like a druid against like plate fighters and barbarians, so really bad. And then this is kind of like, up here is like you're pretty much broken against something like a ranger or like a wizard. You're pretty fucking broken against them. So yeah, as I said, I think they should reduce the reset viability. I think I also said they should remove the Panther triple jump, because not Panther triple jump, chicken triple jump, and just turn it into a double jump. But yeah, pretty much sums it up. Yeah, make him make him, first of all, not be able to reset very easily and not rely on resetting, and then balance his combat capabilities out, and then make him stronger as well, so that he's not so broken against other classes and so fucking shit against others. Make him a bit more balanced, and then give him some more strength, especially in bear form. Bear form is so fucking like weird. Like, bear form deals less damage than the Zweihander, and the only buff you really get other than that is just like a little PDR buff and health buff, but that doesn't really make up for, like, I just talked about this in other videos. I'm not gonna repeat myself, bro. I think definitely if they need to reduce the reset viability and improve combat potential, I think that's pretty much sums it all up. I'm not gonna repeat myself like I have in the previous few videos. Improve combat potential. So yeah, that's just a druid hater in the back there. I've only talked about druid nerfs. Double jump instead of triple jump on chicken, as I just said that. So less distance, but still a bunch more than any other class. Okay, so we just have another druid hater here. So yeah, I mean, this class has to have something, right? Like, you can't. I feel like these people want to turn druid into a fighter, bro. Like, obviously he has to have something going for him. So leave his double jump on chicken. If Iron Mace really wants to make this class more balanced, definitely make the chicken jump into a double jump instead of a triple jump. It's so much better. So less distance, but still a bunch more than any other class. Yes, that's the entire point of it. That's the entire point. Yes. I mean, with a double jump, you should come pretty close to like a sorcerer teleport distance, I think. I mean, at least in airtime. Obviously, you can still bunny hop afterwards, but that's kind of like an issue in itself. More general issue. Remove b-hopping because druids can already cover insane distance. How does this nerf druid instead of just making casters unplayable against hand or silence? Well, b-hopping is something unintended in the entire game, so, you know, like, it's not supposed to be in the game anyway. And I was talking about purely druid, and I said if b-hopping was removed, then, you know, then this was already be a pretty big nerf towards good druid players. And I still think so. Like, sure, it does also impact casters, but it doesn't matter what I'm saying here because b-hopping is eventually gonna be removed, no? I mean, I think they said already that this is something unintended in the game and that they wanna, you know, nerf this. Or not nerf, sorry, just remove it completely. And remove red form. It's useless against, according to you, but this is still a nerf somehow. Yeah, it's still a nerf to, wait, it's not really a nerf, it's just, you know, how to fix the class. I was not, what? This is way too technical. Yeah, remove red form, why? Why is it there? It doesn't help him in the combat, and it just makes it more annoying. Obviously, you don't have to see this as a nerf, but, I mean, it's just how it is, man. Just remove red form. Like, no matter if it's a nerf or a fucking buff, no matter how you see it, just remove it. Doesn't matter what it is. It's just remove the red form. Oh, that was just a screenshot from the other person there. I don't even know if someone can translate this. Honestly, if someone can translate this, what this guy was saying, bro. I mean, bless you, bro. I wanna know what this guy said to me. He just started cursing me after killing him. But yeah, that's about it, man. Just search from comments, ranted my ass off pretty much about him, and yeah, just, oh, that's not a quick video. I was about to say it was just a little quick video, but it's not that quick. Almost 30 minutes. Alright, well, that's the entire video, and see you in the next one.